fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what good to say? I doubt it will stand up to something. I have no disrespect for you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Let's go. It's election day. Happy election day, everybody. Welcome to the Chrissie Mayr podcast. Election night preview coverage. Ooh. Hello, chat. Have we voted? Have we early voted? What's going on? Tell me where you're at. Oh my God, I left my garbage out on the table. How unprofessional. It's a turquoise wind chime and something I put a wig in. You know, just the essentials. Hello. You voted early, Anthony. That's good. Andrew, you're going to vote soon. Soon? Just go now. Voted at 7:30 in the morning, Space Potato. Okay, look at you guys crushing it. I had an Albanian TaskRabbit come over earlier today to put together a piece of furniture because I am a female and can't put together furniture. And he put it together in a jiffy. And he said he was voting for Trump. And I don't know why he felt like he had to say that. Maybe it was because the Trump shirt I was wearing at the time or what. But, oh God, I'm yawning. Sorry. So tired. The baby is the best. I can't believe it's here. I cannot believe it's actually election day. I feel like the last few years have been such a blur, but then they've also just flown by in an instant too. I was planning to do some election night coverage, but I was having a computer made and it didn't get here it didn't get here in time, but I just got it this morning. I'm very excited to install it. It's got all the bells and whistles. So I think maybe I can get that up and running definitely this week for sure. Look at you. You guys all voted. MAGA. I even went to the oh gosh, sorry. Is it normal to yawn this much? Okay. I even went to the gym this morning. My Trump gym buddies were there. Yeah, now the chaos is beginning, but I really like this tweet from Roseanne. I still haven't met Roseanne. I feel like that's in the cards. I'm gonna manifest that for 2025. Here's Roseanne. Today, I would like to offer a truce. No matter what happens, this division has to end. Whether Trump wins and we have world peace and prosperity and the Constitution is safe, or Kamala is installed and we turn into a failed state where free speech is illegal and we use foreign wars for money laundering and we own nothing and like it and go to jail for being critical of Democrats and we have to eat dogs to survive like every other socialist country. I don't want to fight with my fellow Americans anymore. It's not your fault. You're brainwashed and prefer evil over good. Gosh, Roseanne, she really sums it up perfectly there. Let's have a truce. Says Michael Malice. Oh, sorry. I'm just exhausted. Gunther. This Gunther guy, I see him on every post everywhere. Oh, he's got 1 million followers. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'll have to have him for an interview. Lady Maggot, not me. They can get lost. Oh, no truce. No truce from Amiri King either. We need more of this. Oh, God. I don't know why Biden's handlers are not at this point like, okay, the whole country thinks you're demented, like literally have dementia, but just can you just not smell any more kids? Can you at least do that? This tweet is how a lot of people feel. I understand the sentiment, but I can't agree. I will never have unity with people who wanted to take my rights and freedoms away. Well, who advocate for the death of the unborn to allow an invasion into our country? The fact that these people dehumanized and demonized us, I just can't. Sassafras, you have a point, girl. The J6ers and praying grandmother are still in jail. Many J6ers committed suicide. No truth. Wow. This is a literal dogfight where we could actually end up eating them. I'd rather starve than offer a truce. But yeah, I see what you did there. Roseanne is a legend. Wow. Yeah, the Peanut and Fred memes have been fantastic. Where is PETA? Let's see. Let's check. Has PETA said anything about the squirrel and the raccoon? PETA. I'm just gonna Google to see if they've said anything. It doesn't look like it. Let's go to there. Oh, well, let's see if they put out a tweet. Let's see if they put a statement out. PETA. Every animal is someone, and then they have a picture of a chicken. Oh, poor dog. Okay, 17 hours. Something about chicken. Oh, Thanksgiving. Parmesan is not vegetarian. It's made with cow. Oh, damn. That's a bummer. Probably still gonna keep eating it though. Something about turkeys, butterballs, House of Horrors. No, I'm not seeing anything about our squirrel friends. Why am I yawning so much? Okay. November 7th is Support Starbucks Vegan Coffee Day. Oh, they dropped the vegan milk upcharge. All right, I could get down with some oat milk. I'm down with that. All right, don't see no squirrels. Oh, God. The rabbit stuff. Yeah, no. Nothing about our homies. Oh, what? So weird. Weird. Why wouldn't they say anything about that? Oh, because New York is a Democrats' stronghold, and they don't want to upset. They don't want to upset them. They're peeps. Oh, I'm a circle now. I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming. Oh no. I really hope this isn't true. That would be horrible. Let's pray everything goes okay as it can go, and that everyone is safe while they go voting today, and that Trump is protected and all his peeps. Yes. Yes, I remember the old voting machines where you pull the curtain back and be like, whoosh. That was cool. I liked those. Man, how old are those? I remember. Did I ever vote on one of those machines? I don't think so. I think I remember going in with my mom when she voted on one of those. Peanut was a Nazi. This is very interesting out of Variety because remember, I think it was Madison Square Garden where Dr. Phil spoke at the Trump rally. And now we're seeing this out of Variety. Dr. Phil does not endorse Trump, says he spoke at a Trump rally in act of rebellion against Kamala Harris for allegedly snubbing him. What? Just a week after delivering a speech at Donald Trump's October 27th Madison Square Garden rally, Dr. Phil emphasized he does not endorse Trump for president. Rather, his appearance at the event was an act of rebellion after Kamala Harris's campaign allegedly rejected his offers to interview her. I requested 25 plus times to speak to Kamala Harris and never got so much as a yes, no, maybe, the television personality, whose real name is Phil McGraw, said in a new interview with Piers Morgan. I offered to give the identical speech at a Harris rally, McGraw says, adding that he offered to cross out Trump's name, write in Harris's name. In his 17-minute speech, McGraw also rallied against the media and cancel culture and made the case for why Trump is not a bully. McGraw claimed that the morning after he spoke at Trump's rally, a Harris campaign staffer reached out to him about the opportunity to speak at a Harris rally In Washington, D.C., McGraw said that he responded to the Harris campaign, absolutely, tell me when and where to be, and I will bring a transcript of the speech and give it at a Harris rally. Never heard another word once they found out I was serious. McGraw said he did not speak at the Madison Square Garden rally to endorse Trump. I do not like celebrity endorsement. Well, it certainly looks like you're there to endorse him when you're speaking at a rally. Come on. I don't back off of what I said at Trump's rally one iota, not one word, McGraw said, adding, I would still go to a Harris rally and say the exact same thing. When asked by Morgan whether he has decided who he's going to vote for, McGraw said, I think I have, but I'll never tell, which means Trump. Whoever it is, we're all Americans, and once that process runs its course and America picks a president, we have to get behind that person and support them. No, I'm kidding. McGraw said, adding, you have to respect the office of the president. McGraw, a former psychologist who hosted the Dr. Phil show from 2002 to 2023, appeared at Trump's New York rally and called the former president tough as an old army boot. What are they going to, you going to call Kamala as tough as an old army boot? Okay. I can be honest and say I don't like or agree with everything that Trump does or says. McGraw said at the rally, no human is perfect. We don't strive for perfection. We strive for excellence. But you don't have to love everything about someone in order to love them. Yeah, that's true. And the last thing he needs is some celebrity endorsement. He went on to gripe about how celebrity endorsements are covered by the media. I would love to say it's equal on both sides, but I'll guarantee you when Beyonce, Clooney, De Niro, and Rizzo come out and say they're for Kamala Harris, did you read anything or hear anything in the media criticizing it? McGraw said no. But watch what happens tomorrow when people find out I came here to talk to you. Watch McGraw's full interview on Uncensored with Piers Morgan. I kind of don't trust him now. All right, Dr. Phil. Sorry. Ooh, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Kamala, as a woman herself, she took women's rights by allowing men to participate in women's sports. She forced women to get vaccinated, and she allowed Roe versus Wade overthrow for political reasons. Yes, I agree. I think he just wanted to self-promote. You guys want to watch Dr. Phil's speech? You guys tell me if this looks like he is endorsing.
But you can't keep no chains on me. I was born free.
Yeah, of course you're endorsing him. Why would you be here? Why else would you be here? He's taking too long to start. Oh my God, dude, come on already.
I don't need a job because I got you.
People are like, do we?
And I've got a question for all of us.
cheer for
Have
you?
we lost our minds? We have the First Amendment in America where our government has said we will pass no laws to infringe on our freedoms for religion and speech. So that's the law, but we're muzzling each other. What is going on? We have a law that protects free speech, so we start taking it away from each other? Are you kidding me? We can't allow that to happen. We cannot encourage it. And let me tell you something about bullying. Bullies are bad, right?
Yeah, I can't see him giving the speech.
Let me tell you what else
rally.
is bad. Bystanders. If you are a bystander.
Ooh. Hey, Mark Zart. Thanks for the yellow boy. Good afternoon, Chrissy, Frank, Baby Frank, Muffin and Waffles. I saw you loved my Halloween costume idea. Voted this past Friday. What are you expecting to happen tonight? Ooh. I want it to be a blowout so badly. That's what I want. I don't know if I'm a fair person to like guess because I just feel like I don't know. enough about how these machines work. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a lot more energy for Trump. And it doesn't seem to be quite the same thing going on the other side. And how could there be? She only had 3 months to get a campaign together. Das Pooch. Thanks for the $5. Happy MAGA Day, everyone. God bless you and your family, Chrissy. You're hilarious, and I always get a kick out of your show. Oh my God, thank you. That makes my day. Thank you, Das Pooch. It's hot down here. It's like anybody else's house, like, can't figure out what temperature to be. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Han shot first says, I thought it was a lock in 2020. I was not like as on the pulse. I didn't care as much then. Okay, what else is Dr. Phil saying?
If you are watching somebody get picked on, if you're watching somebody get bullied and you don't do anything about it, you're just as guilty as the bully that's doing the bullying. Am I right? I have talked to so many children in schools that tell me the worst feeling they've ever had is being bullied and feeling alone and abandoned when they are picked on and intimidated, when they wish even one person, even one other kid would step up and say, hey, come sit with me at lunch. Don't sit in a stall in the bathroom and cry your way through lunch and eat alone. We're not going to let you be alone. And it's the same thing with adults. Adults don't want to be cut out of the herd and feel like they're alone. The number one need in all people is acceptance. The number one fear is rejections, and bullies, they prey on that. We must claim the right to our point of view. We must be critical thinkers. And when you see somebody being picked on, then you've got to be willing to step up and say, hey, I'm with you. Don't let that happen.
All right.
And you've got to know why you're strong on the issues you're strong on. You home. It's time for us to bring it home. It's time for us to be winners, 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 winners. I started by telling you I love this country. I'll finish by telling you I love this country, and I love you for loving this country. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Yeah, that sounds like he's a Trump fan. Okay. Let me pull up another thing. Yeah, I've been looking. I looked on PETA's website to see if they said anything about the squirrel and the raccoon. Nope, nothing. Nothing. Let's check in with the Daily Mail. What do they think? Top pollster Nate Silver makes his final election prediction with just hours until the polls close. I don't believe in pollsters. I hope are out of a job after this year. Top pollster Nate Silver has released his long-awaited final prediction of the 2024 election hours before the polls close across the U.S. He said it's literally closer than a coin flip and potentially the closest election in U.S. history, just hours before the polls close on Tuesday. After 80,000 model simulations, Silver has Democrat Kamala Harris beating Donald Trump in the majority of matchups. Empirically, heads win 50.5% of the time. It is so hot in here. More than Harris' 50.015%, Silver said on Tuesday morning. According to his model, Harris wins the Electoral College in 50.015% of the simulations compared to Trump's 49.985%. That equates to Harris winning 40,012 simulations to Trump's 39. Why do people do this? I'm running a simulation. Was that helpful? When I say the odds are about as close as you can possibly get to 50-50, I'm not exaggerating, Silver said. Trump and Melania cast their ballots in Palm Beach, Florida, Tuesday morning. The ex-president cast doubt on there being quick result tonight because of the tight race in swing states. Looks like Melania is wearing those like UV shields you see the old people wearing. Not her most stylish look. It's crazy, the former president said. I am just hearing in certain states it's going to be a long time. He specifically mentioned Pennsylvania. the battleground state that could decide the winner. Polls show the race there is tied, but there have been reports of problems scanning ballots. Who's surprised to hear that? In Cambria and Bedford counties, two of the most Republican counties in the state. Wow, what are the odds? The only two counties where they have trouble scanning ballots are Republican. It must be a huge coincidence. I'm hearing in Pennsylvania they won't have an answer until 2 or 3 days from now. I think it's an absolute outrage that that's the case, Trump noted. In certain states, it's going to be a long time and it won't even be close. It won't be that close. They say I will win the state, but it will take a long time to certify it. He touted the big lead that Republicans have on election day, as GOP voters typically in-person vote more frequently than Democrats. I would think they are going to have a very big victory today, Trump noted. Silver went on to say that he's never seen anything like this in all his years of predicting elections, including 5 presidential races and 9 general elections. Where is my mind today? Elections. Ooh, there's Trump and Melania voting. Must be such a cool feeling to vote for yourself. Wow, it's quiet. They closed the whole gymnasium down for him.
Is this okay for you? Just been very honored to find out that the lines are long and the conservative lines, the Republican lines are very long.
Can you hear him saying the lines are long?
Pretty late last night, and it was an honor.
Okay, this is like obviously this video quality is shit.
Incredible rallies.
Trump is tall, but I think she's wearing heels.
Many of you are with us, and I hear we're doing very well.
He seems tired. He did like what 4 rallies yesterday.
We did a great job in that we brought it back to the states, as you know. I believe in exceptions, as Ronald.
Imagine they're like, "Can we see some ID?"
And we did a great job. We did something that they've wanted to do for 52 years. Yes, please.
I bet he's gonna take a nap today. No, how do you take a nap today? It's too exciting.
It'll be just that. We want to bring everybody in. We want to be very inclusive, and we will be very inclusive. We have a great country, but we have a country that's in trouble. It's in big trouble in many ways, and we have to straighten it out. We have crime is through the roof. We have people pouring through our borders that are not exactly perfect. They come out of prisons. 13,000.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
We don't need this in our country. We have enough difficulty. We don't need that. So I think people saw that. And it just seems that the conservatives are voting very powerfully.
Wow.
Just finish it up. No, I feel very confident.
This is before or after he voted?
We went in with a very big lead today. And it looks like Republicans have shown up in force. So we'll see how it turns out. But it seems that they have really shown up in force. I just got a call from Dan Patrick in Texas. He said they'd never seen anything like it.
Wow.
It's been great. Regrets, shows have regrets.
I think they've used literally the worst camera on purpose.
I can't think of any. Look, I ran a great campaign. I think it was maybe the best of the 3. We did great in the first one. We did much better in the second one, but something happened. And this was the best. I would say this was the best campaign.
Yeah. He's tired. He's probably been up late. Probably hasn't slept in weeks.
It should never happen. A thing like that should never happen. This election should be over. They spend all this money on machines. And frankly, if they'd use paper ballots, it would be over by 10 o'clock. And by the way, the paper ballots would cost 8%. It would be 8%.
8%, they'd be watermarked.
If they would use paper ballots,
the paper ballots would say Trump on the back.
Proof of citizenship and one-day voting, it would all be over by 10 o'clock in the evening.
I tried to show my polling place an ID, and they're like,
very expensive computers, and
don't show me that. Get it away.
Till 2 or 3 days from now. I think it's an absolute outrage if that's the case. Now, maybe it'll be later. But it's
God, I really hope.
paper ballots in France. They went paper ballots because the mail-in
Yeah,
was
but
not
knowing them,
working.
why
It
would they
was
just take
corrupt.
one day?
And in France, they went paper ballots. And at 10 o'clock in the evening, they had 37 million votes counted and done.
Wow.
They had a winner, they had a loser. And in this country, I mean, I'm just hearing that in
What is Trump
certain
going to do if
states,
he doesn't
it's
win?
going to be a long time, and it won't even be close. It won't even be that close. They say I'm going to win the state, but it's going to take a long time to certify it.
Could you see a world where you don't declare victory tonight?
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing the same things that you're hearing. I'm hearing states where I'm up by a lot, but they won't have a final number.
That's infuriating. That's so infuriating. The outlying races were electoral college ties 269 that eventually resulted in Trump victories due to the Republican controlled House of Representatives involvement in the process in this specific scenario. The nail biting race is one of the closest in history, and it is likely to be decided by a couple thousand votes in smatterings across swing states, as indicated by the pollster's final prediction. Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Nevada, and Michigan will all be closely watched today as votes trickle in. These states are the crucial swing states that will ultimately decide the outcome. The analysis found that on November 5th, Harris led Trump in national polling averages by just 1 point, up 48.6 to 47.6. It also shows that the Republican holds leads across all of the critical swing states, except Michigan, where he is down 1.2 points, and Wisconsin, where he's behind by 1 point. Oh, boy. What's this? I guess this is after he voted.
Well, we just came over to, it's too early to congratulate, but we are hearing it's record numbers.
Wow.
Caroline, do you want to just tell them what you told me a little while ago?
Sure,
It's
yeah.
record
Enthusiasm
numbers.
is very high. We're seeing our voters are turning out, especially in rural areas across the country, and we see Democrat areas are not turning out as great as our people.
No.
So your people are ready and they're turning out for you.
In
sir.
New York, they are not turning out as much.
I hear it's really amazing. I get a call from the people in Texas, Dan Patrick and others. They say that they've never actually seen anything like it. So it should be good. It should be good. I want to just thank everybody,
Wow.
regardless. We just wanted to come over and pay our respects. Our #1 best-selling author. Can you believe it?
Oh.
So we have a big day. We'll be watching. It'll be very interesting. I hope they come up with a result tonight. They say areas that were winning big, they might not be able to come up with it for 2 days. It's just a crazy thing. And I'm really saying this more for the press than for you. They should do paper ballots, same day voting, voter ID, and be done. 1 day, same day. And by 10 o'clock, everybody would be. And you know, you're talking about for 8% of the
he deserves
8%.
it.
Think of that. For 8%, you get a better product. But we'll have to look at it.
This is the heartbeat of your organization, sir.
This is a great. Well, you're the heartbeat too, aren't
The
you?
state of Florida said we
What
have a
about
final
Alex?
number tonight.
Are you surprised?
You're right, sir. You built the greatest political movement in history, and
Aw.
everybody here has been working super hard for you.
Greatest political
You're our
movement in
inspiration.
history.
We're going to bring this up today.
Very nice. Thank you.
Bookstore Thor.
I hear the social media has been just unbelievable.
You make it easy for us. You give us a lot of
Joe
content.
Rogan has been just he's a great guy.
Oh, and Rogan endorsed him.
And he did that. He just doesn't do that. And that he did that, I think it meant a lot. So all over the country, I hear it's all red, and we don't need that. You know, we went in with a very big lead, so we just had to sort of keep it. But I hear it's beyond that, and it's a movement. There's never been a movement like this, and we're going to turn our country around. We're going to not let people that murder people come into our country. We're not going to let drug dealers come into our country and terrorists come into our country. Little things like that, people are not going to stand them, and that's why we're doing well. But you know what? We still have a time to go, so let's make sure that we have this under control. And some of you,
I don't know if he's tired. Maybe he's just in serious mode.
So I'll be seeing you tonight, and it'll be great. The First Lady's coming with us. She's really impressed by.
He's just like conserving energy.
A great job. Thank you so much for all your support. And it was hard work. I know it's. hours to hours, and I know how hard my husband is working nonstop. So, but thank you for all of the support. Great job.
Melania. Thank you both for that. Weird hearing a new mom say she wants to blow out. Very funny.
Yesterday and the day before, you actually, the day before too, we did a lot of rallies. And they're big ones. We did full rallies as opposed to, so we got in about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
We left Michigan. I think Michigan's going to be great, especially since we killed the biggest factory that ever going to, auto factory that I think anywhere at any time, which would have, destroyed them. And we did that without being president. So that was a big thing. But I think Michigan's going to be good. They're all looking really good.
I wonder which states he's worried about.
What do you think of Susie? Would you say good?
What do you think of Susie? Isn't she beautiful? She could lose a little weight.
Well,
She's got great bone structure.
We're going to see you tonight, and hopefully they'll be able to get these expensive computers going. The reason you use computers is to make time so that it's like fast. You don't use them so that you have to come up with an answer 3 days later. And that's a little scary when they say, what are they doing? You use a computer because it calculates quickly. And you use paper because you save cost. But the paper turns out to be much quicker than the computer. There's something wrong with that. So we don't like that. But
wow.
There are a lot of things that are happening in our country that have to be changed. And we'll do it. And we'll do what's right for the country. And I think that's why we're doing well. But let's see if we can close it out. But it would be, I just asked about it. Wouldn't it be nice if after spending billions of dollars that they could have a computer give an answer by like 10 o'clock? Doesn't make sense, does it?
It would be nice.
It's crazy. Thank you very much. We'll see you later. Have a good day. And you're going to be watching, and they're going to be watching. Make sure there's no cheating, right? There'll be no cheating. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I like that.
I hope he kicks back with some McDonald's today. And I hope he kicks his feet up on an ottoman and treats himself to a Big Mac. I don't know who Nate Silver is. I don't know why his opinion matters, but I am reading this article nonetheless. Right now, I like this lady. This is in line with all the final predictions from major election models. According to 538, Harris holds a 1.2 lead on election day. The Real Clear Politics presidential voting average, meanwhile, has Harris up just 0.1 of a percentage point. Wow. Leading 48.7 to Trump's 48.6. One survey presented data that may scare the Republican heading into Election Day. Kamala Harris has cut Donald Trump's double-digit lead among male voters in half to single digits, a final Marist poll found. I don't believe that men are voting for Harris. Voter breakdowns have long shown us a gender gap, with women supporting Harris and men supporting Trump. Harris making up ground with the male vote would be a troubling sign for the former president. I don't even think Kamala wants to be president. Oh, look, it's a map. Are we clicking on it? What happens when you click on it? Not helpful. What are these all for? Oh, different counties, different states. Oh, it's by electoral votes. I see. Wow. Okay. At the beginning of October, Trump had a 16-point lead among men, negative 57% to Harris's 41%, according to an NPR PBS News Marist poll. Now Harris has cut that down to just 4 points. She has 47% to Trump's 51%, according to the latest numbers released Monday. However, betting markets show favorable odds for Trump. On the forecasting side, predicted he overtook Kamala Harris last night, and he has surged on this morning. The site now gives Trump a 10% lead in terms of his chances of winning the election. It reflects similar movement on other betting sites like Polymarket, where the Republican was similarly up by 10 points. Okay. Historically, Dems turn out and vote early rather than on election day. In all 7 battleground states compared to 2020, a significant number of female and urban early voters have declined in these states in this cycle, and it shows an increase in half of these states in rural early voters, which we know are red. Obama chief campaign strategist David Axelrod told CNN this, and that if Dems historically turn out early and haven't been motivated to do so, why would they expect them to turn out on election day? And we've seen more early Republican voters than ever before, and they are usually late voters. There has been a 40. Now these are just people commenting, but I trust the people in the comments. There's been a 43% decrease in Democrat early voting in PA as of this morning. For Republicans, it's only been an 8% decrease, not even close to proportionate. They are projecting an R plus 21 turnout in PA today and in-person voting, as well as a plus 12 mail turnout. Does anybody understand the plus 12, the plus 10 thing, and how that's tabulated? Oh, black males in Philly are refusing to come out and vote for Kamala. Some are voting Trump, but a lot are just sitting it out. Wow, congratulations, Dems. As of 4 p.m., Pennsylvania Secretary of State data shows, 1,892,614 ballots have returned. And of those, over 1.04 million were from registered Democrats, while 622,800 were from registered Republicans. Okay, well, these are ballots. That's ballots. That doesn't show you who they're voting for, but that's interesting. Go with that if it helps you. The reality is that Democrats are not turning out like they did in 2020 when they barely won PA. And many of those who are turning out are voting for Trump. Biden in 20 won Pennsylvania by 79K votes. Wowie. Oh my goodness. And then the fighting in the comments, which I always love to see. I love people fighting in the comments of news articles. That's fun. Yeah, he's like, I'm fucking exhausted. Closest in history. Oh, lonely Biden. He's lonely and lost. Oh no. Oh, poor Biden. Oh, wait, a pink boy. Holy cow. Thank you, Metalhead Madman, for the pink boy. Da, 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 da. Metalhead Madman for 50. Hey, Chrissy, here's funds for your Mad Max car after the world ends. Thank you. I think I'll make it pink with fluffy seats inside. Thank you, Metalhead. You're the best. Average Trump supporter. 199. He gave a 2-hour speech at midnight last night. Oh, did he? Oh, did he? Let's see if we can find clippies of that, perhaps. Oh, wow. I'm going to get to this article, Fieldy, after I read about Biden being lonely in office. You'd think that having a sitting president on side would be seen as rather sizable upper hand in the last hours of your own campaign in the White House, not for Kamala. On Sunday, as the Democratic nominee made her final push for election, Harris rounded up a star-studded crew of political big names and deployed them to the tightest swing states. Obama attended a rally in Wisconsin. Bill Clinton was on the trail in North Carolina. Even the First Lady, Jill Biden, was out for Harris, greeting voters in Pennsylvania, but Joe Biden was nowhere to be seen. Wow. And then you look at who Trump has, his crew, RFK, Vivek, JD Vance, Tulsi, all kind of like fresh blood, fresh faces, and they've got all crusty people on their side. Where was Joe Biden? He was hidden away in his hometown of Wilmington, Delaware, a comfortably blue state, enjoying a long lunch at his golf club with an old friend. Days before, Biden had embarrassed Harris with yet another gaffe, appearing to refer to Donald Trump's supporters as garbage. Publicly, the White House insisted that he hadn't in fact said what everyone had heard. But behind closed doors, the message from the Harris campaign to Joe was clear: stay away. Certainly, Biden's life has changed dramatically in the past 3 months. After entering the year insisting that he was fit enough to run against and beat Trump, Biden finally dropped out of the race on July 21st, endorsing Harris as his replacement the same day. Within hours, Biden, 81, had become what he and his highly ambitious wife had always feared, a lame duck president. After 4 years at the center of the political universe, Biden was suddenly out of the spotlight as the world moved its focus to younger, more ebullient candidate. This rapid relegation to the political periphery appears to have been actively, perhaps brutally, encouraged by Harris's team. Last month, according to a report by Axios, the Harris campaign has been rebuffing the president's repeated offers to help. Oh, he keeps asking if he can help, and they say no. The answer from Team Harris is each time, "We'll get back to you." Oof. Privately, Jill Biden has described the situation as tough for her husband. Wow, they don't want him. They don't want that Biden stink.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
Unconscionable. She can't stand him. In late August, at a White House reception, the president joked that he needed a new job before appearing to tear up a little bit during his speech. Elsewhere, he's been seen wandering around stiffly, with some noting he appears lost. Insiders tell the Mail that the president has been watching more television with his 7 grandchildren. That's what he should be doing. He should be watching Peppa Pig and not trying to be president. With his 7 grandchildren, giving him recommendations for what to stream on Netflix. Even his most sympathetic allies would say it's fair to characterize him as a little lonely. In early October, Jill left her husband to campaign across 5 key states for Harris. As she departed the White House, the president stood alone outside the Oval Office, waving goodbye as her motorcade drove away. Wow, they're just leaving him in the dust. For her part, the First Lady is keeping busy. She still teaches English 2 days a week at Northern Virginia Community College. But when she's out campaigning for Harris, it is notable that she barely mentions her husband. Harris has been at pains to emphasize that her presidency would not be a continuation of Joe Biden's. Biden's record on the immigration crisis, inflation, and foreign wars is something Harris has awkwardly tried to distance herself from, despite also insisting she has been an active vice president. Of course, Biden still has his daily briefing books to keep him occupied, but aides say his focus has now shifted to the future, including on deciding the location of his presidential library and restarting the Biden Foundation, his charitable endeavor. He has mentioned Syracuse University in New York and the University of Delaware in Washington, D.C. as 3 potential locations for a Biden presidential center. He has ties to all of them. He got a law degree at Syracuse, his undergrad at Delaware, and spent professional life in D.C. Put it in D.C. There's more competition. Scranton's Mayor Paige Cognetti has said he will make a bid to host Biden's library. President Biden jokingly asked Alba for a job at the White House.
By
Really?
the way, Jessica, thank you for the introduction. She's an actor, producer, advocate, author, and she knows how to build companies. Jessica, if I'm really good, maybe you can get me a job in this
That's cute.
God love you. Youngest Latina to start and take a company public and build $1 billion company. You're something else.
Can I sniff ya? He had a good run. He shouldn't be too upset. Look at Jill. Jill is like, can I divorce you? Are you going to pass away soon? Mommy's busy. The University of Pennsylvania, where Biden once taught, is likely to make a bid too. With interest in the president waning at home, he has shifted focus to an international goodbye tour. In Germany last month, he was awarded the Order of Merit, one of the country's highest honors. Why is he getting prizes in Germany? In December, he'll make a trip to sub-Saharan Africa. He'll also attend his final G20 meeting in Brazil later this month, and he's expressed interest in a trilateral summit with the leaders of Japan and South Korea. No, he's not doing any of that. They're going to put Pop up to bed. Biden is in an unusual position. Most lame ducks have termed out and know they don't have another 4 years, using their second term to shape their legacy. Others have spent the months leading up to their departure fighting to win re-election before ultimately losing. Until this summer, Biden had planned another 4 years until that disastrous TV debate with Trump. I doubt that Biden had really plotted out what would end up being his last 100 days of the last few months, said Professor David Redlosk, a political scientist at the University of Delaware, told the Mail. As such, Biden's official diary has been notably empty for 43 of the 75 days since he dropped out of the race. He hasn't had any scheduled public events, nor did he hold a single press conference during his Germany trip last month. Such is the interest in Biden's apparent lack of activity, his White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, carries a special lame duck file to help her address any media questions about her out-of-action boss. Meanwhile, many of his White House staffers have already decamped to new jobs, some on Capitol Hill, some in the private sector. Biden's chief of staff, Jeffrey Zients, also appeared to have more time on his hands, with reporters spotting him out in D.C., personally buying lunches for his team and slipping out of the White House gate to enjoy time outside, something that would have been unthinkable just 6 months ago. Zients has been tasked with starting the transition process, meeting with the Harris and Trump campaigns to make logistical arrangements for whoever wins. The Bidens will have their personal belongings packed up in the coming weeks, and staff will have to ensure all records are turned over to the National Archives. Yeah, remember when he had boxes of shit in his car and in his house and in his office? Biden also has to fill out post-job paperwork, just like any other American. An exit survey, right? Just like any other American leaving employment. He's gonna be like, oh, just the buttered pecan was always out. Oh, what's this? Oh, this was after the debate, right? He looks clueless. Wow. He looks so stiff.
I can't thank you all enough for staying and for being here and for all your support. Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts.
What a great moment. As a former president, he gets health care for life. I don't know how much longer that's going to be. He's pretty old. And an allowance to set up an office. He'll also be eligible for 2 different federal pension programs due to his long tenure in the Senate and his time as president combined. These could pay him a $413,000 a year. Wow. Jill Biden is said to be particularly focused on cementing a legacy for her husband. Last month, she unveiled a public tour of the White House, complete with new rooms for the public to view and interactive videos in which the president and first lady address visitors. The Bidens are pushing their moonshot initiative, aiming to dramatically reduce cancer deaths. It's an issue close to their hearts. Biden's son, Beau, died from the disease in 2015 at the age of 46. And then there will be a list of lasts in the White House, a final round of holiday parties, a farewell state dinner, one more Thanksgiving turkey to pardon. In recent months, celebrity photographer Annie Leibovitz has been spotted with the Bidens, both at Camp David on the weekend in July, where Joe pulled out of the race, and in Florida, taking photos of Biden as he reviewed damage to Hurricane Helene last month. It is not yet clear what project these photos are being reserved for. Speaking to ABC's Good Morning America news shows last month, Jill Biden addressed the difficulty in the recent months. It will be tough to maybe step away, what, is she going to get his job after he's out of there? It will be tough to maybe step away from the White House, she said. We're starting a new chapter of our lives, a new journey. We've been in politics 50 years. I think we're ready for it. Ugh, get the hell out. Get the hell out of there. It's too long. That's why we don't trust these people. They're drunk on power. Yo, they have their own U.S. elections tab. Oh, you know what was wild? Let me find the tweet. I forget what state it was, but at this one polling place, they put up a sign that Jill Stein had dropped out of the race when here it is. Here it is. Let me show you guys. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Now I'm cold. Isn't this wild? From Hotspot. Any vote for Jill Stein will not be counted. Ohio Elections Board posts signs in the early voting booth saying their vote will not be counted if they vote for Jill Stein or Anita Rios, claiming they had dropped out of the race. Wow. That's not legal. Clearly, they haven't dropped out of the race. And if this notice is coming from the Ohio Elections Board, then they are clearly committing a crime. Oh, man. Why? These signs posted in Clark County, Ohio, merit a criminal investigation. Yeah. Wowie, wowie, wowie. Oh my gosh, another pink boy. Wow. Thank you for the pink boy.
Pink as the thing on your cherry.
2A TAC Air Operations. Thank you for the 50. The pink boy. Chrissy, did you see the video of the election official in Orangeburg, South Carolina that slapped the voter in the face for refusing to take off a Let's Go Brandon hat? If not, you need to see it. What? What? This is unheard of. Orangeburg. You'd think that would be for Trump, right? Orangeburg, South Carolina. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the clip. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Da-da-da. Can I do the full screen? Trump supporter in Orangeburg, South Carolina, initially refused to take off his Trump hat, prohibited inside by South Carolina voting precincts, and was assaulted by poll workers after its removal. What? What?
Oh, wow. Wow.
This is my motherfucking right here.
Wow.
Why is it defending you? All right, then shut the hell up and let me vote.
Oh.
Wow.
There it is right there.
I threw it.
Wow. Oh, wow. God. Oh.
Wait, that is out of nowhere.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Now they've got hands on him?
Wow. Wow.
Oh boy.
Wow.
And there's no men working here. What does that tell you? There's no men working these polling stations.
Wow. I'm not going to help with him. I may want to help with him.
Whoa. Let's watch it again. What? First of all, why are you going to cuss out the poll workers? Okay. They're the ones holding your vote. You know, they could rip it up and throw it out. I would just be nice. I don't know. I guess it's a rule that you can't wear your Trump stuff to go vote. Wowie, wowie. Very interesting.
Wow.
So I want to know, what's the moment where things get physical between this woman in the peach shirt?
Wow. Oh, wow. God.
Oh. Wow. That is so out of nowhere. Why did she hit him?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. So that was started by her. He didn't touch her. He did.
Oh, wow. God. Oh.
Does he do something with the pen?
Oh, God.
Did he like taunt her with the pen? It's hard to see.
Wow. God. Oh.
It looks like he did not touch her, but maybe he did something like with the pen in the air and it triggered her. I don't know. Chirp. Okay. Thank you for the chirp. Wow. Let's look at the comments. Police report says his eye got busted good, not to mention it appears the government started the untowards interaction. Stay classy, Orangeburg. Terrible. It was not a Trump hat, but a Let's Go Brandon hat. And he was well within his rights to wear that hat, and they had no right to assault him or touch him in any way. He's going to have a very easy 1A lawsuit. He touched her, but you want to be blind. Did he touch her? Giving black women any kind of authority is a recipe for disaster. Not wrong. The hat said, "Let's go, Brandon." That does not say Trump. What about wearing a Taylor Swift shirt? I don't condone this activity at all, but it never should have started. Plus, he was struck / assaulted in this video. That ignorant bitch. Try that in real South Carolina. His wife would have beat her ass. Knoggery. This guy had a bad attitude. However, his hat said a joke. Some people say is about Biden. He could probably argue it's a NASCAR hat from the Let's Go Brandon race interview. Regardless, he was assaulted and he was being discriminated against, and he was not wearing a hat that said Trump. That's true. Wow. They just probably just immediately disliked him and wanted to get him out on something. Interesting. Ooh. Oh, I already did that one. Mark Start. Thanks for the 5e. Creepy Joe won't be attending Kamala's election party tonight. They obviously hate each other. Yep, that is very obvious. Oh, look at that. Okay, Filthy's sending me gold right now. Chris Thompson standing in line to vote with a voting for the felon shirt. I got called gimp garbage. Turned around and cowards all looked away. Wow. Yeah, voting for the felon. That doesn't say Trump on it. Wowie. Oh, let's pray for Trump, everybody. Everybody pray for Trump. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm exhausted. It's not you, it's me. Oh, so this is Kamala caught in 4K faking a phone call with a supporter? No way. No way. It can't be. Let's check this out. Oh, Tim tweeted this. Let's take a look at this.
How you doing? Have you voted already?
Give me a second.
You did? Thank you.
Oh my God. It was the camera.
Thank you so very much. You know, it's so important that everybody participates, and I thank you because I'm sure you got a lot of other things you could be doing. Taking the time to vote, it really does. Thank you. And you enjoy your day, okay? How you doing? Have you voted already?
Oh, shoot. Give me a second.
You did? Thank you.
Oh my God, she had the camera function on.
Thank you so very much.
Is it even possible to be on the phone with somebody with the camera function on? Let's see. Let me try and call. Who can I call? Oh, I haven't heard from that guy in a while. Okay. I just got a call from someone I haven't heard from in a long time. Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to have the camera app open at the same time. Her campaign is completely manufactured. Nothing is real. Everything about Kamala is fake. Look, it's me talking to me about voting for me. Oh, I just did test it on my phone. It is possible to be on a call with the camera open. But does it say the phone call at the top? I think you would be able to see, okay, call from whoever at the top. This is next level fakeness. I find this very alarming. There's normal fakeness, and then there's this type of fakeness. Ew. What a weird face. I can't breathe. Kamala's so fake. Vote for me, and if I'm elected president, I'll do all the things I could do now, but don't. Everyone stopped clapping as soon as they thought, oh boy. Is it possible she had her camera open? I don't know. The screen turns off when she holds it to her ear. Either timed out or she is legitimately on a phone call with the camera app open. I don't know. That looks kind of fishy to me. Oh, okay. So the update from Pennsylvania is here. Thank you, Fieldy, for sending me this. We love the New York Post. Clickety, clickety, clickety. Deep red Pennsylvania County extends voting by 2 hours after widespread ballot problems cause long lines and confusion. Oh dear. Oh dear. Look at this.
That voting machines are not synced up. And so they're having to get new flash drives out to all the
Officials have confirmed issues with counting the ballots in Cambria County.
That voting machines are not synced up. And so they're having to get new flash drives out to all the machines.
Yeah.
That's what
Is that just Cambria County?
Cambria County.
That we know, yeah.
Flash drives are not.
Flash drives, that voting machines are not synced up. And so they're
Flash
having to
drives.
get new flash drives out to all the machines.
Oh man.
That's what
Is that just Cambria County?
Cambria County.
We know, yeah.
Flash drives are not.
Flash drives, that voting machines are not synced up. And so they're having to get new.
Okay, it's like a weird long clip that just repeats. Okay. Pennsylvania County will get 2 extra hours to vote on election day after widespread problems with voting machines caused confusion and long lines. The issues with scanning ballots in Cambria County threatened to disenfranchise voters in the critical swing state, a local election official said Tuesday. Problems were also reported with tabulation machines in Bedford County. Authorities reassured voters that their ballots would be counted despite the malfunctions. Former President Donald Trump won the counties with 68 and 83% of the vote 4 years ago, with 68 and 83% of the vote, respectively. What a coincidence. That's some bullshit right there. The Cambria County Board of Election learned early this morning that a software malfunction in the county's electronic voting system has prevented voters from scanning their ballots. This should not discourage voters from voting at their voting precincts, but it does because people sometimes only have a couple hours. The board has filed a court order extending the time to vote within Cambria County. Nathan Anderson, an IT specialist from Johnstown, Cambria's largest city, said he ran into issues at this voting site when he cast his ballot for Trump this morning. He said a poll worker put his ballot in a lockbox until it could be scanned, but Anderson admitted he had reservations about the issue. I was able to turn in my ballot. Whether or not it gets scanned, I'll never know, to be honest. Oh, man. Anderson added that others were also leaving their ballots with poll workers to be scanned later rather than coming back once the machines are fixed. Election officials filed emergency paperwork to extend the voting time by 2 hours to 10 p.m. to rectify the issue and ensure all ballots are counted, according to the petition filed in county court. In the filing, REPAC said the malfunction caused voter confusion. Long lines of voters and many individuals left the polling locations without casting a ballot. See? He also added that the malfunction threatens to disenfranchise a significant number of voters in Cambria County, like old people who don't have a lot of, they don't have a lot of patience. A judge quickly approved the order, but noted that any ballot cast after 8 p.m. would be provisional. In Bedford County, local officials said that several precincts reported issues with their tabulator machines before the polls even opened, with support teams sent out to resolve the issue. The ability to vote has not been impacted, and at this time, all sites are being addressed, said Jeffrey Gable, Director of Elections in Bedford County. Pennsylvania has the most electoral college votes of any of the swing states in the 2024 election. Given that Trump, 78, lost the Keystone State by just over 1 percentage point in 2020, and the polls have pegged the state as a statistical toss-up, the outages have sparked serious concerns for Republicans. Cambria County, which is about 65 miles east of Pittsburgh, has a population of 131,000. Bedford, next door, has about 47,000 residents. Both Trump and Kamala previously campaigned in Johnstown. Oh, there's Megyn Kelly. The machine and software issues in Cambria and Bedford counties come as the country is on edge over the election. 4 years ago, Trump peddled unsubstantiated claims. Were they, though? About widespread voter fraud ahead of this election cycle. He has warned of potential malfeasance. Trump's allies have been carefully on the lookout for any irregularities and geared up to potentially file a slew of lawsuits. The issues in Cambria and Bedford could give fodder for potential suits. This will be the most important day in American history. Voter enthusiasm is through the roof because people want to make America great again. That means lines are going to be long. I need you to deliver your vote no matter how long it takes. Stay in line. The radical communist Democrats want you to pack up and go home, Trump wrote on a Truth Social post on Tuesday. Repack suggests that the county's response to the software and machine snafus illustrates how the system is working to safeguard voters from glitches. Cambria County Board of Elections took measures to have IT specialists called in to review the software issue. There's a process in place for issues of this nature. All completed ballots will be accepted, secured, and counted by the Board of Elections, he stressed. The County Board of Elections has expressed voting machine at precinct locations to allow voting electronically while still allowing hand ballots to be cast. The County Board of Elections will be continuing to monitor this issue and take any necessary action to ensure that all voters have an opportunity to cast their ballots. Okay. Still concerning, though. Local voter Jessie Anderson said that she was shocked by the voting issue, but relieved that she chose to cast her ballot early on October 29th, anticipating possible Election Day issues. I've never voted early, voted by mail, but Trump kept putting it out there. Make it too big to rig, she echoed from the former president. That's why I voted early. The Pennsylvania Department of State said it has been made aware of the issues in Cambria County and is working with local officials to correct them. Voters are continuing to vote by paper ballot in accordance with normal operations while the county resolves the issue with in-precinct scanning, the department said in a statement. Well, then it's like, can people get a receipt that their vote was scanned? That would be nice. We are working with the county to resolve this technical matter and remain committed to ensuring a free, fair, and safe and secure election. Trump has a 0.6 percentage point edge over Harris in the latest Real Clear Politics aggregate of multi-candidate polling. The 45th president has flipped the state in 2016 and lost in 2020. Oh boy, it's going to be close. What do the comments say? Yeah, the system was better in the 60s. That's because paper ballots were used. There's no need for voting machines. Yeah, I agree. Bring back the paper. Bring back the paper, paper, paper. Da, 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 da. Night Owl. What's up, Night Owl? Hoo, 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 hoo. Okay. We love you, Chrissy. You make this dark world a bit brighter. That's so sweet. Thank you, Night Owl. My gosh. I'm going to remember that. When I feel sad later. The original Hawk Tour girl. Imagine having to listen to that laugh for 4 years. Yeah, nobody wants that. Matthew Hammond, search Couple Hate Last Christmas by Wham. Ooh, whoa. Ooh. Mark Zart, Dr. Jill wore MAGA red today to vote. Did she secretly vote Trump to put it to Kamala? Ooh. Yeah, I think she's like, I want to be done. DC and C. Does Peanut move the needle? Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Justice for Peanut. No justice, no squeaks. Squeak his name. Oh my goodness, things are heating up. Things are heating up. Let's go back to Twitter. Let's refresh. How you guys feeling? Oh, Harris phone faux pas. Oh, that's trending. That's not good. Google search discrepancy. Glitches in Pennsylvania. That doesn't make me happy. Okay, they were saying that Google was interfering. Interesting. Oh, sorry. I think I was reading that. Oh, we can't find any video of Kamala casting her vote. Wouldn't that be so funny if she forgot to vote? Here's J.D. Vance going to vote. Let's see if he turns and looks at the camera and does his signature look. Secret Service.
Look, I feel good. You never know until you know, but I feel good about this race. I felt good about my own race a couple of years ago when I voted in this exact same spot. Hopefully it goes as well for President Trump and me as it went for me a couple of years ago in the state of Ohio. Well, look, I think our message is, first of all, we do expect to win, but obviously no matter who wins, half the country, as you said, is going to be at least partially disappointed. I think my attitude is the best way to heal the rift in the country is to try to govern the country as well as we can, create as much prosperity as we can for the American people, and remind our fellow Americans that we are all fundamentally on the same team, however we voted.
Okay, they're blurting out.
I think that what today represents is an opportunity to pay down a debt that I owe to this country. And if I am the vice president, I'm going to work as hard as I can to pay down that debt. I don't think I'll ever be able to return what this country has given to me, but I'm going to try, but we have to win first.
Oh.
Look, one outlier poll doesn't change what we've seen on the ground. We feel very good about the energy. We feel very good about the early vote. But ultimately, the ball is in the courts of the American people. Today is the day.
Today is the day. I like him. He seems like a nice young man. Okay, so this is a video of Tim Walz voting. This is 13 days ago that Tim Walz voted. Is he hovering over the side? Just making sure you're voting for me, honey. It's pretty boring, actually. Oh, was that his son? In the hoodie there? Yeah, I don't think that's his wife. I think that's his kid. I just stick it in the machine. And now I'm going to go play Fortnite. Because I am relatable to the youth. Now, son, go over and get your Snicker. Aww. Oh, please clap. I didn't get an applause when I voted for the first time.
Oh yeah.
I believe it was John Kerry who I voted for in 2004. And then he goes and puts his hand in a candy bowl. Classic Tim. Classic tampon Tim. No, I don't know. I just imagine he eats a lot of candy. Da 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 da. Oh, I already saw that. The machine wouldn't accept my Republican ballot in Massachusetts. No way. I had to insert it 3 times for it to finally take it. This is concerning. Hey, there could be truth to that, Johnny. You never know. Da, 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 da. Americans need to vote for the candidate who was found guilty of felonies and liable for sexual abuse. Kamala hasn't even been charged with crimes for trying to illegally overturn an election. Yeah, I feel more positive than I have overall. I've blocked over 100 numbers this election cycle. They are really putting out the bots to get people to vote for Kamala. Yes, I've been getting a ton of texts and a ton of emails. And I'm like, I never so much as even looked at like one of their websites. I'm like, how'd they get my info? Oh, they have their ways, and this is great. I'm just here because you look like my therapist. Maybe I am your therapist, monotone Matt. If I didn't become a comedian, I think I would have become a therapist. Dwight Baldwin, what's up, Dwight? Why aren't you co-hosting the stream with Stuttering John? Oh, are you a Stuttering John fan? No, I'll actually be jumping around a little bit tonight. I will be going to Frank Valburo's show, quite frankly, at around 8:00. And then I'll be jumping on Ron Coleman's stream, maybe around 11 or so. So tune into both of those programs, please, and thank you. Well, it's going to be really interesting, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here. Let's just see. Fingers crossed, everybody. Just pray everyone stays safe and nothing crazy happens. And nothing crazy, just a Trump win. That's all I'm asking for. That's my Christmas wish. That's all I want. All I want for my birthday. Okay, guys. I'll be probably tweeting. Yeah, check me out on Quite Frankly at around 8:00. And I'll see you guys there. Thanks, guys. Bye.